Ever feel like your brain is moving in slow motion? That frustrating sensation when thoughts move slowly, focus slips away, and you're presenting to the world as the worst version of yourself? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. In today's hyper-connected world, mental clarity has become our most precious and endangered resource. But here's the good news. Reclaiming your cognitive sharpness isn't just possible. It's simpler than you might think. In the next few minutes, I'll share strategies that transformed my foggy thinking into laser focus, and they can do the same for you. Chapter 1, The Invisible Epidemic of Brain Fog. We've all experienced it, that moment when someone asks what should be a simple question, and your brain just buffers, like a spinning wheel on your computer, processing but not quite delivering. Mental clarity isn't just about feeling smarter, it's about showing up as your authentic self, fully present and capable of handling whatever life throws at you. Brain fog isn't a medical diagnosis, but rather a constellation of cognitive symptoms: difficulty focusing, memory lapses, and decreased working memory function. Many describe it as having molasses poured over their brain, slowing all mental processes. Sound familiar? Let's take a quick clarity check. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how clear does your thinking feel right now? Remember this number. We'll come back to it. Chapter 2, Digital Distraction. Your attention is currency. Let's face it, we're living in an attention economy. Every app, website, and notification is specifically designed to hijack your focus. We live in a digital environment where attention is currency. All these different companies, websites, advertisers, they want your attention because they can monetize it. I discovered this firsthand when I tracked my phone pickups for one day. 137 times. That's 137 interruptions to my train of thought, 137 moments when my attention was fragmented. Each time I picked up my phone, I wasn't just checking Instagram, I was trading away pieces of my mental clarity. When we constantly switch between tasks, apps, and thoughts, our brain never gets the chance to fully engage with anything. Over time, this fragmentation becomes our default state, leaving us feeling scattered and foggy. Try this right now. Put your phone in another room for just 30 minutes. Notice how your mind initially craves the distraction, then gradually settles into clearer thinking. This simple act creates space for your thoughts to crystallize rather than fragment. Chapter 3, The Invisible Mental Load. Your brain's background processes. Have you ever noticed how much clearer your thinking becomes after you finally complete that task you've been putting off? That's no coincidence. Here's a truth that changed my life. Every procrastinated task doesn't disappear from your mind. It just moves to your subconscious, where it continues draining your mental energy like apps running in the background of your phone. Every time you procrastinate, you're not forgetting about the deadline. You're just giving it to your subconscious to worry about. And the more things your subconscious has to worry about, the more scattered you become. I experienced this when preparing for a presentation while simultaneously putting off answering important emails. Though I was physically focused on the presentation, part of my mental bandwidth was occupied with those unanswered messages, leaving me with a persistent sense of unease and diminished focus. So let's now take an action step. Take 2 minutes right now to identify one task you've been avoiding. Don't even complete it yet. Just write it down with a specific time you will address it. Watch how even this small step of acknowledgement brings immediate relief to your mental load. Chapter 4, The Physical Foundations of Mental Clarity. Here's something they don't teach us in school. Your brain isn't separate from your body. Your cognitive function is directly tied to your physical state. Sleep, exercise, and nutrition aren't just health topics. They're the foundation of your mental performance. When I started tracking my sleep quality alongside my productivity, the correlation was undeniable. On days following quality sleep, my thinking was sharper, decisions came easier, and creativity flowed more naturally. If exercise was sold in a pill, it would be the best-selling pill ever. If exercise was sold in a pill, it would be the closest thing to NZT 48 limitless pill you could possibly find. The research is clear. Physical movement isn't just good for your body, it's essential for your brain. Exercise increases BDNF, a protein that acts like fertilizer for brain cells, helping them grow and form new connections. When I started adding just 20 minutes of movement before important thinking tasks, the difference in my mental clarity was dramatic. What can you do right now? Stand up wherever you are. Do 10 jumping jacks, 10 squats, or simply march in place for 60 seconds. Feel that sudden alertness? That's your brain receiving an immediate boost of oxygen and neurotransmitters. Imagine incorporating this before your most important thinking tasks. Chapter 5, Nutritional Clarity, Feeding Your Brain's Potential. Your brain consumes about 20% of your body's energy, despite being only 2% of your body weight. What you eat directly impacts how you think. I learned this after years of skipping breakfast, loading up on processed carbs, and wondering why my thinking crashed every afternoon around 3 p.m. Sound familiar? Here's what changed for me. Understanding that brain fog isn't just about mental habits, it's about biochemistry. When I started including healthy fats, reducing sugar, and staying properly hydrated, the afternoon crashes diminished dramatically. Low blood sugar from skipping meals or consuming processed foods can deprive the brain of energy and contribute to mental fog. Do one thing. Pour yourself a full glass of water right now and drink it completely. Dehydration as slight as 1 1 to 2% can impair cognitive function. Make a note on your phone to drink water before your next important thinking task, and observe the difference. Chapter 6. The Power of Purposeful Silence. In a world that's constantly buzzing with notifications, conversations, and background noise, silence has become revolutionary. Silence isn't about doing nothing, it's about doing the right things in the right way. When I first tried meditation, I thought I was doing it wrong because my mind wouldn't stop racing. What I didn't realize is that noticing those racing thoughts is the practice. Each time you notice your mind wandering and gently bring it back, you're strengthening your mental muscles, exactly like a rep at the gym. I started with just 5 minutes each morning, and those 5 minutes transformed how I approached my entire day. Instead of immediately reacting to every stimulus, I gained the ability to pause, even if just for a second, before responding. Set a timer right now for just 60 seconds. Close your eyes and focus entirely on your breathing. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This isn't about clearing your mind, it's about practicing the return to focus. This simple exercise strengthens the mental muscles you use every day. Chapter 7. Mental Clarity Through Strategic Movement. We've already discussed how exercise boosts brain function, but specific types of movement can strategically enhance different aspects of thinking. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a Stanford neuroscientist, recommends what he calls a foundational fitness protocol that combines different exercise types to optimize brain function. Zone 2 cardio, like moderate cycling or swimming, boosts mitochondrial biogenesis and cerebral blood flow, while high-intensity interval training elevates BDNF and norepinephrine, chemicals essential for learning and focus. I was skeptical until I tried it myself. After incorporating a weekly routine of steady-state cardio, HIIT, and resistance training, I noticed not just better physical fitness, but dramatically improved mental endurance for long thinking tasks. The next time you exercise, try this simple brain-boosting addition. During your workout, alternate between counting backward from 100 by 7s, 193, 86, and spelling simple words backward. This dual task trains your brain to maintain focus while physically challenged, a skill that transfers to maintaining clarity during stressful situations. Chapter 8. The decluttering effect. Environment shapes cognition. Your physical environment directly impacts your mental state. When my desk is cluttered, my thinking follows suit. Clutter creates chaos, which impacts your ability to focus. It also limits your brain's capacity to process information. I experimented with this by completely clearing my workspace before an important writing project. The difference was remarkable. With fewer visual distractions, my mind settled more easily into the task, and ideas flowed more naturally. Take 30 seconds right now to remove anything from your immediate environment that isn't related to what you're currently doing. Even this small act of intentional focus can create space for clearer thinking. Chapter 9. The Integration. Making mental clarity your default state. The beauty of these strategies is that they compound. Each small change doesn't just add to your mental clarity, it multiplies it. I started with just 3 keystone habits. 1. 30 minutes of phone-free time each morning. 2. A 5-minute meditation practice. 3. A brief exercise session before important thinking tasks. These simple practices created a foundation that made implementing other clarity-enhancing strategies much easier. The key is consistency rather than perfection. If you take all 3 of these factors into account, I guarantee you, unless there's something seriously wrong with you and you need to see a doctor, your brain fog will significantly reduce. Choose just one strategy from this video that resonated with you. Commit to practicing it daily for 1 week, no matter how small it seems. Notice not just the direct benefits, but how this single change might make other positive changes easier to implement. Chapter 10. Your mental clarity revolution starts now. Remember that mental clarity score from the beginning? Take a moment to reassess. Has simply thinking about these strategies shifted your awareness? Imagine what implementing them could do. Mental clarity isn't just about productivity. It's about experiencing your life fully. It's about being present with the people you love, making decisions you won't regret, and showing up as the best version of yourself. The strategies we've explored aren't complicated, but they do require intention. Your mind, like any valuable instrument, performs at its best when properly cared for. I'd love to hear which strategy you're committing to implement first. Share in the comments below, and let's start a mental clarity revolution together. Save this video to your watch later, or like list and rewatch it the next time you feel foggy. Remember, in a world designed to fragment your attention, mental clarity isn't just beneficial, it's revolutionary. Make sure to subscribe for more productivity support.